Okay. Okay. The topic. So we are the four people who are the how to say leaders of this community. Myself, my colleagues, Nanda Verman, Nanda, and then Takshani as well. So we are the community leaders of Yarl Salesforce Ohana. And these are our partners, Trailblazer Community, Mills of Meetup, and Trailblazer Workforce program. So we are the fifth Trailblazer was partner from Sri Lanka, and there are only two partners from Sri Lanka at the moment. Okay, what we are going to do today? So we will discuss what is Salesforce, what are the job opportunities you have in Salesforce, what is our community, what is the Journey to Salesforce program. You will be creating your trainer profile if you haven't already created, and you will be building your first Salesforce app if you haven't already built. For those who have already built your application, we will give you more content to study or get some hands-on experience today. You need laptops. There is no excuse in that. If you don't have laptop, try to partner with others today, but try to bring your laptops from next session onwards because whatever we learn, you guys have to get hands-on experience. You have to do it yourself. Then only you will get full understanding. Um, yeah. So this is again for those who are already joining our sessions. It's not new, but for those joining new, we usually encourage people to be active in social media in order to help them to grow their network and professional connections. So what we usually do in our each session, we will be selecting one or two people from their social media posts. So we encourage you guys to post in social media. When we say social media, we largely prefer LinkedIn and Twitter. So try to post. You can take pictures. You can put content, but make sure you are putting all of these hashtags and you are tagging Salesforce and your Salesforce Ohana, our profile, in whatever platform or social media you are making the post, and also make sure the posts are public in privacy settings. So when we are searching for the winners, we will be able to figure out who are the people made the posts, and we will giving you some cool gifts. So, Karamugi, Akira sex um, so we will give you sex. So for those who are new, sex means like t-shirts, water bottles, caps, notebooks, blah blah blah. We have a lot. So we will try to give you guys. And there might be some quiz at the end of the session. There might be some hands-on challenge at the end of the session. From that also we will select some winners and we will give you guys whatever you win at the end of the session. Okay, what is Salesforce? So we directly jump into the content today. We are not going to waste time. Um, I'm just keeping my eye in this chat as well. Yes, I have to cover that piece. Okay. Can you speak in English? I have already speaking in English. Is this program available only for Sri Lanka? Is it open to other countries like India as well? This program currently is only for Sri Lanka at the moment because as we are from Sri Lanka, we are only authorized to do to Sri Lankan people. If you guys are from any other countries, we really sorry for the miscommunication if you guys misunderstood something. But don't worry. Especially if you're from India, there are enough programs happening in India. There is Journey to Salesforce program official website where you can go through that website and you can register from yourself and you can try to join your nearby organizations or nearby Trailblazer communities to join or to get the most benefit from the program. Unfortunately, we are only targeting Sri Lankan students or Sri Lankan people because that's the advice we have received from Salesforce. So if you are not from Sri Lanka, those இங்க இருக்காங்க பிரச்சனை இல்லை நீங்க ஒரு நாட்டில் வந்திருக்க மாட்டீங்க obviously but those are in online especially in Zoom. We are really sorry guys if you are not from Sri Lanka, but unfortunately we will not be able to help you guys. So please excuse us on that. Okay, what is Salesforce? So basically Salesforce is a CRM platform. What is CRM? Again, I'm not going to discuss in detail. CRM is customer relationship management. As a business, when you are doing business, especially from an enterprise level, means like if you have millions and thousands of customers, you need some professional tools that we call CRM to do business. There can be two type of systems. One is ERP, the other one is CRM. We are Salesforce basically a CRM product, which is a cloud-based SaaS product. So what is SaaS? Software as a service. So you will be paying for your software that you are using. So basically, Salesforce is a subscription-based software where you have to pay around like $30 to $50 per month per user minimum. So that's kind of an expensive tool is Salesforce, but we have a lot of opportunities in Salesforce. That's why we are learning Salesforce to become a Salesforce developer. To become a Salesforce developer, you need not to pay anything. It's free to learn Salesforce. It's free to develop Salesforce. But if you are thinking to be an end user where you would like to use Salesforce, it's a really expensive tool, especially considering our South Asian market situations. So basically, as you mentioned, Salesforce.com is a cloud computing social enterprise software as a service provider based in San Francisco. It was founded in March 1999 by Mark Benioff. Mark Benioff is the CEO, he is the current CEO as well. He is the founder of the Salesforce as well. So basically, that's the explanation if you ask what is Salesforce. It's a CRM product, it's a SaaS product, it's a enterprise level, cloud computing system where you can use the system for all of these items like sales, service, marketing, commerce, analytics, communications, productivity, enablement, like everything. So we'll discuss in detail as we go. It's a ocean, I would say. Like if you would like to learn Salesforce, there are a lot. For example, if you take myself, I am learning Salesforce, so I have started to learn Salesforce around 8 years ago. So I have around 8 years experience in Salesforce. But if you think how much of things I know in Salesforce, maybe I would say maybe around like 25 to 30% only, because that's how big the Salesforce is. It's not a small enterprise application, or it's not a small thing. It's big. You can learn a lot. So even someone with my capacity, with 8 years experience, I have no very few things or very less Salesforce cloud experiences. We will discuss about that later, but that's how it's going to be, right? So as I mentioned, it's a number one CRM in the world at the moment, as per Gartner and some other ranking products. But basically, you can use it for many things. You can almost use it in all the industries. Doesn't matter which industry. It can be manufacturing, telecommunication, banking, finance, insurance, healthcare, government, non-profit. We can like keep the list going, and still there will be a product from Salesforce. So that's how it works. And it's real time. We have a lot of automations. We have a lot of AI tools with it. So that's kind of a big tool or big product Salesforce is. So the main selling point of Salesforce is customer 360. Means in a single view, you will get to know about your customer. So in one page, you have all the details about one of your customer, for example. Um, let's say I am a customer in a bank, commercial bank. So when I open from commercial bank perspective, when I open Trimaga Sharma's profile, it will have all the details. My personal details, when I have started the banking with commercial bank, my NIC number, how many accounts I have, what are the issues I faced, what are the cases I had, what are the communications made. Likewise, all the details will be available in a single view, which we call it as customer 360 view, as mentioned there. So you will get that kind of a view from Salesforce, but from that you can use the product for various reasons, so various departments like can be sales, marketing, communication, finance can use a lot. So this is kind of the architecture from Salesforce. If you think of basically a lot of things are managed by Salesforce. That's the beauty of Salesforce. Like for those participated in the last session, they know there was a slide specifically we were discussing what are the tools you might need to build a enterprise level application. So, for example, you would have already okay. How many of you have already kind of knowledge, having knowledge about ICT? Like whether you have studied IT, tables, databases, programming language. Please raise your hands. Okay, a lot of people who don't know, or who doesn't know about ICT, who like don't know about databases, don't know what is tables, don't know what is programming languages. Okay, it's fine. We can talk later. But most of you guys pretty comfortable, right, with ICT technical words because that's how it's going to be. Okay, so let's say you are building a library management system. Most of you would have already built it. If you think about the library management system, you need database. So you might use SQL database, you might use NoSQL database like MongoDB or Firebase or SQL Server, can be anything database. You have to select the database, you have to build a database connection with your backend, then you will have a backend language, it can be Java, it can be Node.js, can be PHP or something. Then you'll have front end. You have to build a UI. You can use a framework like maybe Angular or React, or you might use .NET, or you can use maybe C# or whatever. This is how things works, right? Even for a small application for a library management system, where you use it for your project or your modules in your universities, you are using a lot of applications, right? You have spending a lot of time, you have to configure them, you have to set up them, you have to build the connections. It's sort of overhead, right? So even if a small application to that scale is that complex, just think how complex will be if you are building application to enterprise level where you have to serve thousands of maybe even millions of users. The best examples I always say our Department of Examination website. Even a country like us, even the population of 21 million, if I'm not wrong, right? 21 million. Um, our Department of Examination website is struggling. For example, if you are trying to check your or level or advanced level examination results, right? When at the specific time period. So even a country like a small country like us, and you can think maybe few thousands of or maybe few lakhs of people would have done the exams, right? So that's the maximum number of people will be checking the exam results at the given time. So just imagine the scale of India, USA, China, other South Asian countries like Bangladesh, Pakistan, Indonesia, who are very top in the population. How complex it will be to build a enterprise level application, right? You have to think a lot. You have to think about security. You have to think about disaster management. You have to think about user management. You have to think about frameworks. So it's very hard and it's very time consuming. It's very costly. You need a lot of people, right? So if you are going to do everything on your own, it will take a lot of time. Just let's put money and people aside. It will take a lot of time. If you take Salesforce, you need not to worry about anything. Everything is pre-built. You're just paying the money. Money is the problem ultimately, yes. Other than that, you need not to worry about anything. So if you see Salesforce platform managed means all the infrastructure is managed by Salesforce. So your data centers, disaster recovery, certifications, customer audits, everything is managed by Salesforce. So you don't need to worry about that. And all the network services, encryptions, detection, firewalls, IPs, everything is again managed by Salesforce. So on top of that, that's the layer for us as a Salesforce developers. Even that is not for customers, that is for developers. So building UIs, maybe DevOps, mobile access, APIs. So it's more and more all the programming related stuff we need to worry. So rest, Salesforce will take care of us. You just pay the subscription fee. And what's the beauty of it? It's like you can focus on solving the business problems. You need not to spend time regarding the infrastructure or any other overheads. And also, this is reducing the time that you need to spend when you are going into the market. For example, if it's take 1 year to build application in any other platform, in Salesforce, maybe it will take like 2 or 3 months max. That's kind of a comparison will be there. So this is the Salesforce UI. For those who haven't seen the Salesforce UI yet, this is kind of a Salesforce UI. This kind of a dashboards, reports, maps, apps you will have, and there will be multiple applications running in one Salesforce instance. So you can build multiple application in one Salesforce instance. When I say one Salesforce instance, that's you can think of your Salesforce license, right? So this is the growth of Salesforce. So obviously, Salesforce is not alone a CRM provider in this world. There are a lot of CRM providers. There are a lot of alternative options we have, like Microsoft 365, D365, we have Oracle, we have SAP. You have already heard about Zoho from South India, right? So there are a lot of other products as well. But comparatively, from growth perspective, from revenue perspective, Salesforce is on top of all of them, and it's going to reach 50 billion target. Again, all of these are Salesforce official data, as it's mentioned there. I'm not creating these numbers here. Okay. And this is the comparison between other products or the competitors. So if you see, Salesforce is almost ticking all the boxes, like their sales, service, marketing, commerce, communication, collaboration, platforms, integrations. It has everything. So as a single platform providing all of these options or all of these features, Salesforce is always, being the number one CRM in this world. So this is the kind of services Salesforce is providing. So as I mentioned, we countless clouds like Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, Marketing Cloud. So if you are from a sales department, let's say you are a sales rep. So let's take Anchor, for example. Anchor is a big brand, right? So if you think about Anchor, let's put production aside. Production is internal. We don't worry about production because if you are worrying about production area, that is ERP. If you are thinking about how much of raw materials we are getting, how many of HR people we have, how much of money we are spending for the production. So those are ERP system. That is, for example, SAP. SAP is one of the ERP system. So we are not talking about that. So this is after the production. So from the production perspective, when you are starting the distribution. So when you start a distribution, then you will have sales rep. right? Who will go shop by shop. They will start distributing. They will try to get new customers. They will be talking to new customers, right? That is sales process. So the sales cloud will be used for sales purposes. So those sales reps, they will use leads, accounts, contacts. They will use. Then let's say you have a service arm in your company. When I say service, you can think like, for example, let's say your mobile phone is not working. Let's say you have dialogue. If it's not working, you will be calling dialogue call center, right? You will raise a case with them. So that management is service cloud. So we will use service cloud for that. Then if you would like to do marketing campaigns, for example, if you are sending SMS, if you are doing a promotion in Facebook, or if you are sending a email campaign, right? Likewise. So for all of that, we will use marketing cloud. So likewise, for each department, for each need, Salesforce have different products. Those different products we are calling different clouds. So Salesforce is a cloud computing platform, right? So it has different clouds. We have around maybe like 20 plus or 30 plus clouds we have. We have net zero cloud, sustainability cloud, even we had vaccine cloud when we had corona. So likewise, whenever there is a gap, Salesforce will try to build a new cloud in that area. So this is the growth of Salesforce. So I always compare Salesforce with Google. Why? Both are kind of similar strategic products or companies. They innovate, obviously, and equally they do a lot of acquisition as well. They acquire companies a lot. So if you see from this onwards, they have acquired a lot of companies like Heroku, MuleSoft, Tableau, Velocity, Slack. These are very famous applications. They are used for different reasons. For example, Heroku used for cloud hosting. MuleSoft is used for integration. Tableau is used for data visualization. Slack is used for communication. So likewise, Salesforce keep acquiring new uh, companies in order to widen their products. So as a business, you would like to have a centralized system where you can do everything in one place, rather spending money on like different tools, different programs. If one product can have multiple functionality, that's the easiest option for the businesses. So that's what Salesforce is doing. So like sales, service, marketing, Slack, Tableau, MuleSoft, these are the very important products of Salesforce. So that's what we will be discussing in future. Especially MuleSoft is one of the key area we will discuss in maybe next second or third session. And Slack, you guys also start, you all going to start using Slack today. Why? I will come back to that later. All of you guys going to create Slack profiles for you. So Salesforce culture, like the Salesforce system is different, the culture is also a little bit different. So first thing first, if you would like to learn Salesforce, you will be learning the Salesforce in a very fun way. It's not kind of, headache or it's kind of a lazy work to do. Obviously, you have to study. If you are lazy to study, can't help, unfortunately. But when it comes to learn comparatively, it's kind of a fun way. So there is a platform called Trailhead. Again, all of you guys going to create Trailhead profile for you. Those who don't have the Trailhead profile, there you can learn Salesforce for free. It's totally free. You don't need to pay anything. You can start learning. And we have dedicated Salesforce characters to increase the engagement. We have characters and we have dedicated names for them. Why do we have those characters? Just for fun. That's it. So these are the characters actually, if you can see in the screen. That is cloudy, Einstein, Cody, Astro, Max, Happy. Those are animals actually. You can see and understand. And they have different meanings. They have different names. There is Astro on the back as well. There we have put vesti and shirt from our culture perspective. So that is also Astro. Okay, and we have Trailblazer communities to connect and network regularly. For example, we are part of the Trailblazer community as well. That's why you see this logo in many places. And likewise, there are hundreds and thousands of Trailblazer communities groups available across the globe. Even in Sri Lanka, we have 9 Trailblazer community groups. We have 4 in Jaffna, we have 5 in Colombo. But if you go to India, you will see almost like hundreds of Trailblazer communities in almost all the cities. Even if you are going for a foreign country, you can check and join those meetings like you guys are joining here today, and you can start collaborate with them. So it's easy to network even if you are moving to a new country. And there will be conferences around the world to participate. For example, we do Yarl Dreaming. Many of you might have already joined that conference. Likewise, each country, not all the countries, but around almost 30 plus countries, if I'm not wrong, they have their own dreaming conferences. India have Wild Dreaming, France have French Study Dreaming, Dubai, UAE have Dubai Dreaming, Egypt has Cairo Dreaming, Morocco has North Africa Dreaming. So like the list goes on. So likewise, you can participate in those community conferences in order to collaborate with the community. And we have annual Salesforce conferences, Trial Headaches and Dreamforce. Both are happening in San Francisco annually. So there are a lot of people around the globe will join. For example, this year Dreamforce, there was around 40,000 people, if I'm not wrong. 2019, there was around 1,20,000 people. That was the biggest dreaming, which happened in 2019. And we have Salesforce tracks. These are those tracks. Example. These are very few. We have a lot. Why we give tracks? Just to encourage you guys to learn. And it's kind of a motivation. It's kind of a rewarding system that we have for your hard work, for your progress, for your achievements. And last but not the least, succeed together and giving back to the community. So the key point is like, yeah, you have to be successful. You should become successful. That's not only the key. When you become successful, you have to help others to successful as well. So we should succeed together. So that's the key here. So that's the whole reason that we are spending this much of time and effort to prepare these kind of sessions here to help others to get succeed as well. So that's kind of a Salesforce culture we have. This is one of the place, or one of the platform I would say, you can simply go at anyone and ask for help. Doesn't matter they are from which country, doesn't matter they are from which background or culture, they will they're happy to help you. I have personally seen this in many places, in many occasions. The helping nature that we have in our community, in our Salesforce community, is very hard to see in other communities. So that's one of the beauty in our Salesforce culture. Then Salesforce opportunities. So okay, here most of you guys are from a opportunity perspective, right? How you can build your career with Salesforce. What are the career opportunities you have in Salesforce? In that case, here we have a lot of things, but majorly we will focus on 2 paths. One is admin path, the other one is developer path. So if you see, we have Salesforce administrator and Salesforce developer. Then we have Salesforce consultant and we have Salesforce architect. I would say developer, architect, consultant, those 3 are kind of same, but with different experience level. Someone who is starting might be a Salesforce developer, but someone who have like 5-6 years experience, they will be Salesforce consultant. If they have like 10 years or something like experience, then they will become Salesforce architect. So I would put all those three in one bucket. Then we will have Salesforce administrator. Then we have business analyst, which is kind of common for all the programming language. Doesn't matter whether you are building application in Java, JS, any framework, you need business analyst because they are the one kind of connecting the developers and the business people. So likewise in Salesforce, we have business analyst job role as well. So let's put marketing sales services apart. That is not related to our country. So we have three different options: developers, administrators, and business analysts. So if we deep dive in who is Salesforce administrator, we call them Salesforce admin, for example. So this is the starting point. If you are a beginner who is starting to learn Salesforce, you can think this is for you guys. This role will give you an opportunity to understand the platform and the organization in depth. And this role doesn't need that much of a coding understanding. So if, especially if you someone who doesn't like coding, who don't want to do that much of coding, this is kind of a job role you can think of. So basically, if you think about the admin career path, you will start as Salesforce administrator. Then you can switch your career to Salesforce developer if you would like to do coding, for example. Or you can become a Salesforce consultant, even if you don't like coding, that's totally fine. Then you can become a business analyst. Then you can become a program manager, sorry, project manager. Then you can go to the program manager level, which is these are kind of a managerial roles. We are very less technical knowledge needed. But if you see this area, this is kind of like developer, senior developer, technical lead, architect. That's kind of areas. Then Salesforce developer. Again, I don't need to talk much. Like all of the programs, programming languages, we have Salesforce developer where you have to do coding, building applications, using integrations and everything. You will become a Salesforce developer. Developer part is very easy. You will become a developer, you will become a senior developer, lead, architect, or consultant, senior consultant, solution architect. But see, these are very precise career paths. But to be honest, you will become a Salesforce developer, then you will become a senior Salesforce developer, then you will become a tech lead, then you will become a architect. So that's the usual career path in our country's perspective, in our country's culture, programming industry culture perspective. That's how thing works. So then functional consultant. This is kind of a tricky job role. Again, I'm not sure whether we have this in Sri Lanka, to be honest, but in foreign countries we have this. Functional consultant, someone who knows the platform a lot. So they kind of, you can think of like Salesforce administrator kind of a people, but they know both business and system. So from developer perspective, we do system development. We don't worry about the business side. Obviously, we will get the business requirement and we will try to solve the business issues. But these functional consultant people, they will, sometimes they will say like, you have to wear this hat, you have to wear that hat likewise. So sometimes these people will be able to think from a business perspective and they will be able to think from a programming perspective as well. So that's kind of a job role also we have. So then Salesforce architect, who have 10 years experience, who knows everything in and out about Salesforce. They are the Salesforce architects. Then business analyst, as I already mentioned, this is common for all the sales, all the programming language, like that is common for Salesforce as well. And other opportunities from a general programming industry perspective, you have designers, UX designers, project managers, architects, DevOps. DevOps is mean like doing the deployments from one environment to other environment. Like you can use Azure pipelines, Jenkins, Dockers, those kind of things. You can think of DevOps. So The other important part is certificates. So if you study in school, you have exams, which is validating your knowledge, your O level exam results, your A level exam results. If you are in university, your exam scores, right? GPAs, that is validating your knowledge. So that's the easiest way to kind of segregate people, right? Who are the top cream people, who are the average people likewise. So likewise in Salesforce, the easy way to do that kind of segregation is number of certificates. So based on your career goal, based on what career path you choose, you have to do Salesforce certifications, right? For example, if you remember my introduction slide, I put like 8 times Salesforce certified, which means I have 8 Salesforce certifications. I think Nandu also have 8 or 9 certificates. Akshi have like 5. Prashant have 5. Brenda have around like 16 or 17 if I'm not wrong. There was a person called I forgot his name. He migrated to New Zealand from Sri Lanka. He had around like 25 certificates. My role model, Gaurav Itapal, he's from Jaipur. He has his own startup. He has around like 50 plus Salesforce certificates, and he has like overall 75 plus certificates. He knows Salesforce, he knows AWS, he knows MuleSoft, he do Copado, he's a multi-cloud architect. So when I talk about architect, it's like Salesforce, right? He's a multi-cloud architect where he knows about different clouds. He knows Salesforce, he knows GCP, Google Cloud Platform, he knows AWS. So he's a multi-cloud architect. So again, what's validating their knowledge is number of certificates they have. So likewise, we have a lot of certificates in Salesforce, almost like 50 plus we have. Administrator is your basic certificate. If you are someone starting, you can target administrator certificate. Then you have app builders, architects, you have specialists. If you are a developer, you have to target from developer one. That's your first, that should be your first certificate. And if you are a consultant, then based on different clouds, I said we have 30 plus clouds, right? Each cloud has a consultant certificate. For example, for sales, we have sales cloud consultant. Service, we have service cloud consultant. Experience cloud consultant. So likewise, each cloud almost have their consultant certificates as well. So when you have a consultant level certificate in a specific cloud, which means you have in and out knowledge regarding that specific cloud, you are capable of building applications and solutions in that specific cloud, right? Most of these certificates cost you $200. There are few certificates will cost $400 as well. That's a problem. So if somebody beginning your career in Salesforce, it's very hard to manage that $200. $200 is almost like 65,000 around, right? So a joke. The easiness for us or the benefit we have as a working professionals, for all the certificates we do, our company will pay for us. That's a norm in the programming or the IT industry. So not only for Salesforce, even for other platforms. If you are working in a company, usually the company will pay for you for your certifications. So that's common in Salesforce practice as well. But for you guys, especially who are starting the career, it will be a problem. But we have solutions for that. I will come back to that later. But the point is you have to pay amount, means money, $200. There are some basic level certificate, like foundational certificates, which is $75, right? There is a Salesforce foundational level certificate, which is $75 that you can do. So anybody would like to do your first certificate, that should be your first certificate. But if you are working in a company who have some kind of experience, then you can target the administrator certificate. So some of the names are changed now. This slide is old slide. Now we don't have administrator, that they have renamed a couple of months back recently, but still the content is same. Okay, just the names got changed. So this is the your certification journey in Salesforce. So you will do like platform app builder, developer one, sharing the architect level certificates, likewise. And ultimately you will become a certified technical architect, CTA we call. That's the top certificate in Salesforce. From Sri Lanka, do you know how many people have that certificate? Zero. None of the Sri Lankan people currently in Sri Lanka, they don't have the CTA certificate. There are two people, as I remember, Chuan and Varuna Bhuvanega. There are two people who have done this certificate. They are Sri Lankans, but they are not in Sri Lanka. Chuan in Dubai, he is working in Salesforce. Varuna is in USA, who is working in a car company. I forgot the name. I think Maruti, or not Maruti. Maruti is in India. He's working in a car company. So he's also a CTA. CTA certificate is very hard. You have to pay 4,000 US dollars for that certificate exam. You have to go to the Salesforce office. You have to present your solutions to a panel of judges. So it's kind of a in-person practical certificate. But if you have that certificate, you're almost a millionaire. You can earn a lot if you have the certificate. Usually, CTA people they can bill per hour around but around from $300 to $400 per hour, 1 hour. That's the salary for them. So that's kind of um, income you will be generating if you are reaching that height. So this is the average salary scale. Again, this is US numbers. Don't get offended. This is not Sri Lanka numbers. So if you are in US or other foreign countries, you might be earning this much of salary average on average per annum. So this is annual numbers, not monthly numbers. So for example, if you are a Salesforce developer, you can get around like 120K, mean around $10,000 per month. That kind of salary you can get if you are in foreign countries. So this kind of a job opportunity we have in Salesforce. Comparatively, Sri Lankan market is very small market. We have very less number of Salesforce developers, around like 100 to 150 max we have in Sri Lanka. A lot of seniors have migrated to foreign countries due to various reasons, as you know, due to our country situations and the economic crisis. But comparatively, Sri Lanka is also a highly paid market where you can earn a lot if you know Salesforce. But the problem is, it depends on what you know. We will discuss in future classes as well. You have to learn the niche areas. For example, there is a lot of demand, but there are a lot of no enough people in the market. If you learn those areas, you can earn a lot. It's all in your hand ultimately. Job demand in Sri Lanka, as I mentioned, we have less than 150 developers in Sri Lanka, but there are a lot of companies usually hire. I wouldn't say they frequently hire, but here and there they will be hiring. But these are the companies you can see Salesforce developers like Virtuosa, Quarterius, Wiley, CMS, Jexitico, Microsoft, Equity Knowledge Partners, Persistence, Interpret, like a lot. And there are startups, there are customers who are using Salesforce. For example, Dilmati is using Salesforce. Cinnamon Hotel is using Salesforce. BYD, you know, right? BYD, the cars, they are using Salesforce. Keels using Salesforce. One of the DCP, I think, the beer company, they are using Salesforce. So like there are a lot of companies in Sri Lanka also using Salesforce. So even in the local market, now we are getting slowly we are growing. So maybe in next 2 3 years, you might have seen more opportunities in our local market as well. So at that time, it will become a big opportunity to you guys. And also, you can do freelancing if you are interested. If you are lucky enough, you can get a lot of opportunities in freelancing as well. And you can be an independent consultant and you can start your own Salesforce company as well. You can become a Salesforce partner. But the problem is you have to have clients in order to build Salesforce products. So, like high demand, see, we have Salesforce community. You can work from home. It's like best place to work. If you see Salesforce social media posts, it's usually they get that award, best place to work because Salesforce have a better culture comparing to other platforms. So, if you would like to improve to next level, you have to learn Salesforce basics, which we are going to help you throughout this journey to Salesforce program. That's just a starting point. That's just tip of the iceberg, right? But if you would like to grow further, if you would like to reach heights, next is up to you. We cannot do everything for you, right? You have to become a Salesforce industry expert. Like you have to select a specific area and you have to keep studying in that area and you have to become an expert in that area. And also you have to learn developing technologies. For example, data cloud, AI, agent force. These areas you have to learn to keep yourself up to the latest trend, right? So that's yes, we can give the guidance, but it's up to you. For example, MuleSoft, Omni Studio, Marketing Cloud. These three are very demanding areas. Even in Sri Lanka today, Marketing Cloud is one of the highly paid area, but we don't have Marketing Cloud developers in Sri Lanka. You can see one or two. We don't have pros. When I say pros, who has most in and out, have like 5 certificates in Marketing Cloud. We don't have such people in Sri Lanka. So even today we have a market gap, but nobody willing to learn, unfortunately. So these are areas you can push yourself and try to learn. Maybe you have to invest a little bit from your end, maybe doing a certificate here and there. Then it's a great opportunity to you guys. MuleSoft is the same. Omni Studio is same. Great market opportunities are there, but we don't have enough developers. Right? What next? You have to do self-evaluation. You have to start study using Trailhead. You have to decide your career path. You have to decide what you want. What Salesforce? If you are choosing Salesforce, good. If you are even using some other platforms, no problem. But be wise. If you have to be successful, you have to be different. That's one of the key. Like if you would like to go to, if you are learning digital marketing, you know, right? How many digital marketing companies we have in Jaffna? How many digital marketing companies we have in Sri Lanka? I know there are a lot of demand. I don't like disagree with that, but it's a competitive market, right? How many people are doing WordPress, right? How many people are creating mobile applications in React? It's a highly competitive market comparatively. But if you think about Salesforce, yeah, we have Big Brother, unfortunately. Like if you take Indian market, it's a huge market, it's a huge community. There are thousands of developers we have. So we have to compete with them, unfortunately. But still, from Sri Lankan perspective, we have enough job demand, right? But as I mentioned, we have less than 150 developers in Sri Lanka. Still, people are migrating. Still, people are planning to migrate. So as time goes, the numbers will go down. So that's where you can, come into the picture. If you are smart enough, you can become a Salesforce developer as well. Okay, so keep your LinkedIn profile clean and in a professional level. Your LinkedIn profile is your modern CV. Don't put selfies. Don't put the glass pictures, washroom glass pictures. That is for Facebook or Instagram. Do whatever you want in those two platforms. Don't care. But if you are worrying about LinkedIn, make sure it has a good, half professional picture. It's up to date. You are putting a lot of technical things. Whatever platform you choose, try to be active in the platform related areas. And build your network. Try to become friends with those people in that specific platform. Again, I'm not talking about Salesforce alone. If you are choosing AWS, totally fine. But make sure you are building the network. Network is the key. With proper network, you can do whatever you want. That kind of a world we are today. Okay. Sorry for the repetitive of this slide. Get into Salesforce. Let's say you are happy with Salesforce. You want to start your Salesforce career. How to start? What to do? First thing first, you have to start your Salesforce journey with Trailhead. Trailhead is the place where you can learn Salesforce. As I mentioned, yes, I have 8 years experience, but even today, I am using Trailhead to learn Salesforce. So there can be new updates, there can be new changes, there can be new tools, right? So everything we have to keep learning in Trailhead. So you have to create your Trailhead profile as your first step, and you have to start learning. We will have trials, modules, we have super budgets, projects, you have Trailhead Live, where you can watch like a small videos to learn about all things that you need. And we have mentorship programs, Trailblazer stories and podcasts, a lot. So Trailhead is your go-to place if you would like to learn Salesforce. And we have Trailhead ranks based on number of points that you are accumulating. So when you start create your Trailhead profile, it will come with 0 points and 0 badges. So when you finish sets of learnings, it will keep adding you points and badges. So I will show you the Trailhead profile. Based on the points you accumulate, you will get the ranks. Previously, we had only up to range rank. So when we were started, for example, we had only up to range. You have to get 100 badges and 50,000 points in order to become a range. But now we have double star, triple star, 4 star, 5 star, 4 star range. So it's like, I think double star is like 200 badges, 300, 400, 500 badges. We have 1,000 plus badges in Trailhead. So there are a lot of learning that you can do. Even if you do one batch a day, within 1 year, you can become a triple star range. That's not easy. Because I became triple star ranger this year, last month. But I am learning Salesforce for 8 years. That's reality because like can't study every day, right? We have works and other stuff. Okay. So this is the Trailhead UI. I will open my profile and show you guys the UI. Then if you want to start your Salesforce journey, first thing first, create your Trailhead account, learn regularly. That's the key. I tell you guys, from my personal experience, it's not easy to start a new thing. It's very hard, especially Trailhead. You have to read a lot. It's in English. So it might be boring in the start. I have started my own Salesforce when I was in University of California in second year, if I'm not wrong. I had created 3 different Trailhead profiles. I started, I stopped. I then created a new profile, again stopped. Then I created the third profile, and I kept going. So it's you have it, I don't know, but it's not easy. You have to have that kind of charisma. I know willpower to continue the learning. Understand the Salesforce concepts. When you are learning Trailhead, make sure you are understanding what you are learning. Don't do the badges just for the sake of doing. Just to accumulate points, don't do them. Make sure you are reading them properly, you are understanding them properly. If you don't know anything, if you don't understand anything, try to Google. You can reach out to us to ask questions, right? But make sure you are understanding things. That's very important. Try super badges to get hands-on experience. There is something called super badges where you can get hands-on experience. Join your local communities. Like if you are coming to here, always good. Likewise, you have to join your local communities and you have to learn. Be active in social media. So that's why even we have that social media competition in every our meetings because help you guys to build your networking Salesforce. We don't have Prashant here today. He went to Colombo actually just tonight. He's one of the good example who is active in social media. He's more famous in social media than me. I'm a Salesforce MVP, but he has more connections than me. Using that connection, he always get job opportunities. When he was here before he moved to London, he got a job opportunity from South Africa. He was working for a South African company. Then he moved to UK to do his masters. Then after a couple of years, he came back to Sri Lanka. As soon as he came back to Sri Lanka, he got another job opportunity from Canada. Now he's working as a Salesforce administrator. So the reason he was able to quickly get those job opportunities because of this network, because of this context, because of these connections. That's why we also keep asking you guys to be active in social media, especially in LinkedIn, because you never know when you are getting a golden opportunity. So please don't take it easy. You know, give some attention to the specific point. And you can read blogs, you can go YouTube videos to make sure you are up to date with latest technologies or latest updates. For example, if you think about the latest update in Salesforce, we have something called Agent for Rides, where you can create a whole Salesforce application using AI. So that's kind of tools we have to be. You have to keep up to date yourself. Widen your network. Your network is your key. Especially if you want to start your career or if you want to switch your career from one company to another company, your network is very important. So widen your network, build your network. It's very important. During Salesforce seminars and webinars, there are a lot of official Salesforce sessions happening every week. If you're active in LinkedIn, if you follow the official Salesforce profiles like sales, we have Salesforce developers, we have Salesforce partners. Those kind of profiles are there in LinkedIn. If you follow those specific profiles, they will keep updating regarding these webinars and seminars, so you can join them. Okay. So this is the first step. Open your laptops, create your candidate profile. I know many of you might have already have, but those new who doesn't have Salesforce candidate profiles, please raise your hands. 2, 4, only 2 or 3, 4. Yes, sir. Okay. Only 4. Okay. We can go a little bit in the slides. Then we will go to the hands-on experience. Okay. So I will let's those for people, yeah, we can create later. Just for the time being, let's continue these sessions. Okay, those are in online. If you don't have candidate profile, yeah, we will give you time. Maybe in next 30, 40 minutes, I will give you a break. During that time, yeah, I will share the link, and I will give you some time. Okay. Now some technical things. So whatever we have discussed so far is just common knowledge. What is Salesforce opportunity, how to learn, what to do, blah, blah, blah. No technical. First thing first, Salesforce basics. Okay. You know, right? All the platforms have MVC, model, view, controller. Those are the pillars of any applications. Likewise, Salesforce also have MVC, model, view, controller. What is model? Model is your database, your data structure. What is view? Your user interface. Whatever you are building as a UI, UX, everything is view. What is controller? Which is connecting the model and view is the controller, which handling your user experience and also is handling the actual business logic. Okay. So when it comes to Salesforce, the first thing that you have to understand is what is object. So, as you said, you know IT. Assumption I'm talking currently. So how we represent data in programming world? How do we represent information in usual programming world? Is using tables, right? You know databases, we use table, right? SQL Server, at least Excel table. In Excel we have tables, right? Student table, employer table. Like this, we also use tables in programming languages to represent data. In Salesforce, also same. So same concept. Concept is same, but we are using different terminologies, which means we are using different terms. We are giving them different names. That's it. But behind the scene, the concept is same. So where we have employee table in traditional database, in Salesforce we are going to call them object. So when we say object, you have to think a set of people or set of objects. Okay, object is a unit. Set of people, set of data, set of information. We have customer table, we have employee table, we have student table, we have subjects table, right? We have schools table, right? So everything objects here. We have student object, we have customer object, we have contact object, we have account object. So everything object here. So when we say object, that's a table. Then while we are representing data, in table we call them columns. Like what type of data we are storing in a specific cell. It can be birth date, it can be first name, last name, NIC number, phone number, email, everything, right? We call them columns, right? Even if you think about the Excel table, it's a column, right? Here we have field. We call them field. So in functional database, we call column. In Salesforce, we call them field. The third, each individual data. For example, if you have a student table, let's say you are representing it in A division students in a student table. Let's say you have 40 students in your classroom, which means your student in A student table will have 40 rows, means 40 individual students, right? Here we are going to call them records. So we will have 40 different records in Salesforce. So ultimately, what you have to understand, table is object, column is field, row is record. That's how we are going to represent data in Salesforce. Okay. If you need more understanding in this area, let me know. I will try to talk to you guys after the session. Okay, and we have a special field called Salesforce ID. I will show it in the URL later. And we have data types, right? Those are familiar with traditional databases like SQL Server. You guys know, right? You have to identify what type of data you are going to represent in the field, means in the column. Let's go back to the same table, student table. First name is a text field or text column. Why? You are going to store text in there. Will first name will be a number? Will first name will be a date? No, right? So first name will be a text. So text is a data type, right? Last name is same text. Date of birth is a date. Can date of birth be a number? Can date of birth be a you can tell just 1st of March of 1990. No, that's in the story. In the representation perspective, it's a date, right? Phone number, again, it should be a number. It can be a date, currency, percentage, date and time, pick list, true false, right? Boolean, so true false, URL, email. So these are different type of data that you can represent in tables. So in the same way, we have something called data types in Salesforce. So whenever you are trying to create a new field, field means new column, right? You have to define what type of data you are going to store in that specific field. So you have to select a data type from this list. Based on that, Salesforce will do the rest for you. It will automatically create you a UI. You need not to worry about the UI in Salesforce, but the out of the box features. Then we have controller layer. So that is model. We have controller. So we have areas, as I mentioned, we have low code, no code, where we don't like coding. There is other area, no code, where we do everything using coding. So first, as a low code option, we have something called flow. Flow is kind of a flow chart, like a pseudo code, right? You might have already learned in ICT, in grade 10 or GAT in A level, I don't know. But it's kind of a flow chart. If you see that is a UI, that's how I build your flows. It's just drag and drop, do some configuration, change few things, and your business logic is ready. Simple as that. You can update database, you can send emails, you can use AI, you can send notifications, you can do a lot. You see? So that is the out of the box feature and the configuration feature where you don't need to do coding. But we cannot do everything using these out of the box features because not everyone's requirement is same. There will be requirements very unique for your businesses. So at the time, you might need to do custom implementation. So that time, definitely you need coding. So we have a programming language called Apex in Salesforce. It's kind of Java. If you know Java, you know Apex. Simple as that. It's object-oriented programming language. You can use coding, build your logics. You can use API integration, web services, everything you can do using that Apex. It's kind of a same old programming construct like if else loops, you will be using it. Then we have UI layer, which is our view. So first we have page layout. It is out of the big box feature. You don't need to do codings. As I mentioned, when you select your data type, it will automatically build you the UI. You don't need to build the UI separately. So it's very easy. But we have the pro code version as well, where you can do a lot of customization. We have a framework called Lightning Web Component, where you can use HTML, JavaScript, CSS to build beautiful UIs. That is custom implementation. So this is the no code spectrum. If you see, we have app builders, formulas and validations, flows. Yeah, these are like very low code or no code areas. If you go that side, we have LWC for UI, we have Expo programming and business logic implementation. We have services from Heroku like downloads and stuff, for web hosting and other stuff. So, spectrum. And this is kind of a declarative area, again the same that we have discussed so far. If you think about the UI, we have page layouts, record types, we have first pages. Visual Bus is like a old school, that is LWC that we have discussed. And we have business logic, we have like flows and stuff, we have effects for programmatic area. And for data model, we have objects, fields, and stuff. And there we have APIs. So this is the UI from a basic Salesforce perspective. I will show you an actual Salesforce instance. So for the time being, I will skip this UI. And this is where you can write codings. So Salesforce provides you out of the box tool called developer console. You can see the top with Salesforce.com developer console, where you can write coding, you can run queries, and everything you can do. I forgot to mention we have a query language as well, like SQL. We have SOQL, Salesforce Object Query Language, is almost again similar to SQL. Like select blah 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 from this. This is equal to that is like order by. So it's similar to SQL. If you know SQL, you know SOQL, similar as that. There is something for SL, but that's a little bit advanced. For the time being, I will skip that. Okay. So Salesforce data model in depth that we have discussed so far. So basically, we have two things in Salesforce. One is data, the other one is metadata. Data is right? Usually, when you store student details in a table, whatever details you are storing in the student table, that is called. For example, Three Sharma, first name is Three Sharma, last name is Swaminathan, date of birth is this, NSC number is this, phone number is this. That is data, right? That is this area. Metadata is configuration, means data about data. What is the meaning of your data? What is the information you are storing inside your data? For example, you are telling that first name is a text field is a metadata. You are saying that date of birth is a date type data is metadata. So that is data about the data. And you are saying NIC number is a mandatory field. You have to store NIC number if you would like to store a specific student number, student detail. So which means NIC number is a mandatory field, right? That specific detail you are making NIC number is a mandatory field is a metadata. So data and metadata you have to understand, because when it's come to the future sessions, we will discuss how you move data from one O to another O, how you move metadata from one O to another O. Because this and that things. Okay. Then data model again in depth. We have many type of objects in Salesforce. So what is object? What is object? Huh? What is object? Anybody want to answer? What is object? Somebody can raise your hand and you can. You need to understand. அதுக்கு சொன்னா சேர்ந்து கேட்குறீங்க உங்களோட கதையில கேட்குறீங்க நிறைய பேர் காய்ச்சினீங்கல்ல நீ வந்து உறவு கேட்குறீங்க இல்லை. See, there's no right answer or wrong answer. There's simply answer. You don't need to worry about whether it's right or wrong. You just try to answer the question. What is object? Okay, and just like a label. Right. Simple as that. Nothing else. But the problem is, oh, what you have to understand in both this, we have different types of labels, means different types of objects in Salesforce. Okay. I think it's a good idea maybe to show you guys the Trailblazer UI and Salesforce UI. Then I will come back to this slide. I think that will be kind of a little bit making more sense to you guys. Give me 1 minute. So this is my target profile. That's the first. As you can see, this is target. This is not target profile. This is target. So basically, if you see, if you go to learn, it's a tab. We have trials, modules, projects, supervisors, blah blah blah. So if you go to modules, I will show the difference between them. So when we say module, it's something related to a specific topic. Let's say you want to learn about what do you go? Let's select foundational level. Maybe administrator. So you can filter. You can use this filter and select what you would like to learn. Right. So let's say you do want to learn about divisi Karel. Most point quickest complete. Okay, let's say I want to learn about contact record. Okay. So likewise, you have a lot of modules in Salesforce. If you open it, it will have one or two sections like this. If you open this section, it will have some content where you have to read about them. So read about them, then there will be quiz. So based on your answers, it will give you points. If you make all the right answers in first attempt, it will give you 100 points. If you pass in second attempt, it will give you 50 points. After that, 25 points. So this is how you will accumulating points. So once you have completed all the subset of that specific module, you will get this batch. That batch will be done. So that's how your batch numbers and your points will be keep increasing to you. So for example, I will show you few modules I have already completed. So there are the green, this one. For example, this green tick means I have already completed this. I have already done uh, the module. So we go inside, it will I see I have done so I've done through this and I just completed this. Maybe I would have like 100 or 50 or whatever. So I completed this on 23rd of 10 means very recently. So this is one type. This is modules where you have to learn and then you have to answer the questions. There is another type of modules which we call hands-on experience. So this is question and answer, right? When it's a hands-on experience, it will ask you to do something. You have to complete it by doing those requirements. So that it will give you 500 points. So here for one step it gives you 100 points. For hands-on experience, it will give you 500 points. Okay. I will see if I can showcase you any hands-on. I will see. Probably if we select high points. For example, this one is social experience. Probably it is a hands-on challenge. 500 points. So when it comes to Salesforce instance, we have to open a Salesforce system, and in the system we have to complete what they ask us to do. So it's asking to use Salesforce CPU, so I have to create a CPU and a additional work. So you just ignore the content, but the point is we have to complete the requirements and we will get 500 points. So in modules we have two types. One is quiz, the other one is hands-on challenge. That is one type. Then we have something called projects. So it says project here. Project is kind of a step-by-step guide. So it will tell you, go to this page, enter this in this field, click this button, create this, do this. It will guide you. So if you are new and if you would like to do, if, for example, if you want to create a new application, there are modules or projects. All your first step. For example, you are doing that. So it will guide you. And for each step, they will give you other points. For example, if you say, see, this selects the top. So it will give you step-by-step guidance with screenshots and it will give you what do you have to type in each box like this, it will give you. And you have to verify the step and it will give you 100 points. So this is project. It's a good plan on how to create applications, how to create configurations likewise. So this is another. And the third one is super rich. Superbug is kind of a real world scenario. It will give you specific end-to-end requirement, and you have to give the solution. It's time taking, but it gives you more things. For example, say 3,000, 2,000, 2,500, 2,500 likewise. Because the model is 100 and 500, right? But this is like 2,000, 500. Now we have reduced the size. Because we can do in like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Previously, we had complex merges where you have to spend 6 hours, 8 hours to complete. And they were removing a lot of points as well, like 16,000, 15,000 points they were giving. But just to make it easier, what they have done is they have removed those complex merges and they have added like small merges to make it module based. So focus on small areas. And also previously, in order to do a super batch, you have to complete some prerequisites. For example, here, in order to do the super batch, you have to complete these two modules first. But now that's not the case. Previously, in couple of months back, there will be a locked sign in this UI, which means this one is locked. So first of all, we have to unlock the super batch by buying these modules. So when you complete these two modules, only the super batch will be available for you to complete in the first place. Then you have to complete the super batch to 100 points. Now they have removed the prerequisite as well. They are making it more and more easier for learning. But this is another way to, get some hands-on experience and real-world experience in a given specific area. So that's how you learn in Trailhead. That's the introduction about Trailhead. And if you think about Trailhead profile, so for example, if I go to profile, so this is your Trailhead profile. So in Salesforce perspective, this is your CV. So it will tell you all about yourself. It will tell you how many badges you have, how many points. So it's also mentioned like Salesforce MVP for myself, how many certificates I have, right? Then I have get certificate, right? And what are the supervisors I have completed, what are the badges I have completed. So and what are the what do you call uh, events I have participated from Salesforce perspective. So everything is here. So this is your Salesforce CV. So that's why it's very important when you are creating your Trailhead profile, make sure you are linking it with your personal email. Don't link your Salesforce with your office emails or your university emails because you will lose access for them at one point. So make sure either you are linking it with your LinkedIn or maybe Gmail, your personal Gmail or Facebook. You can link them with social media. So use that way for logging them so you will not lose the access at any given time. Okay, so that's it about Trailhead. So now if you come back to Salesforce, which is your Salesforce. So when I say Salesforce instance, so this is your Salesforce instance. So as I mentioned, there will be multiple applications in Salesforce, right? This is one of the application which is Sales Cloud. Okay. So when I say Sales Cloud, you have like see leads, accounts, contacts, and everything. So this kind of list view you have. Then if you open about specific one record, you will have details about them, like first name, last name, email, mobile, everything you have. That kind of UI. So this is kind of a UI if you think about Salesforce. If you go to home page, it will have a separate home page where you have like reports, dashboards, details, and everything. This is our app launcher. We call it app launcher, like 9 dots. If you click and view all, so these are all the applications you have in your Salesforce org. So usually we are going to use this word org a lot. Org means organization. So if you have a company, you will have a Salesforce instance, right? That is your Salesforce org. That is your Salesforce organization, right? So in this org, which is a playground org, which is playground org is kind of a instance of a dummy Salesforce, which is specifically for learning purposes. If you are in Trailhead, you can create multiple playgrounds as you need. You can create any number of playgrounds that you want, but it will be deleted with time. It's kind of a copy of the actual Salesforce where you can learn, you can do things, you can learn with this. It's for free. That again, that's the beauty. But it has limitations. It has small storage. There are some limitations, but it's more than enough for learning purposes and practice purposes, which is more than enough. So we have service, we have service console, right? We have sales, we have marketing CRM, community. So this is an application. So you can create your own application. For example, you can create a new application called a library management system that will come here, right? So likewise, you can create your own application. So this is Salesforce UI, right? So whatever we have here, opportunity is object, because opportunity is a table, right? Leads, again, it's object. Tasks, another different type of object. Contacts, another type of object. Accounts, another type of objects. Likewise, there will be multiple objects you will have. Okay. So now, that's about Salesforce. Now, what we are going to do is, um, those are in those are in online. Please go to Google. Maybe simply type Trailhead. You will get the link to create your Trailhead profile. Please create your Trailhead profile, right? And if you face any issues, let me know in the chat. Help. And those are here in on the phone or in person. Please make sure you have Trailhead profiles to have it. Let's continue before we go for a break. Hopefully, within the next 5-10 minutes, we will go for a break. But yeah, let's go. So basically, as I mentioned earlier, there are types of objects. Objects are tables. Any question on that? Objects are tables. But we have different type of objects in Salesforce. So here 5, because we have more than 5, we have 8. But initially, what is day one, right? It's kind of first day you are getting about Salesforce and it's too much of information, to be honest. I know it. But we have only 8 weeks. So we have to try to learn as much as within that 8 week. So what we are going to do is we are going to only discuss about both two things. Standard object, custom object. It's very easy. As I mentioned, when you create your Salesforce, your Salesforce system, you are going to be getting predefined configurations, predefined objects, predefined tables. That is an object. So when creating a new Salesforce instance, what are the objects coming predefined standard object? So the objects provided by Salesforce.com by default they are standard objects. Okay. So what I had showed you guys previously, example like leads, accounts, contacts, opportunities. Those are standard objects. Why? It came predefined. If you are creating a new playground in this Trailhead file, if you open it first for the first time, the subject will be there. There will be hundreds of qualifying objects. As I mentioned, Salesforce has a SAS. So there will be lot of things coming in the file because to make your life easier. That is standard object. But again, every people business requirements is different, right? So whatever Salesforce is providing might not be enough for us. Example, there can be a scenario where we need a new table to represent the new data. So you have to create new objects. Yes, you can create a new object. For example, in Salesforce, we don't have a student object. Let's say you want to represent student details. What you can do, you can create a new object structure that will be called custom object. So any objects created by us will be custom objects. So that's the very basic understanding we have to have. The standard objects, that is custom objects. Then on top of that, second point, we have discussed about fields. What are fields? Columns. What are the information we are going to represent in the objects are defined by fields. For example, if you take about student object, name, last name, likewise. So likewise, in Salesforce, if you think about standard object is an object, so they will have fields. So we have a first name, last name, email, blah blah blah. So those fields are called what fields? What fields? Why it was created by Salesforce. We didn't create them. So whatever objects are created by Salesforce, standard objects, whatever objects created by us, custom objects. Likewise, whatever fields are automatically created by Salesforce, standard fields. Whatever fields that we are creating, custom fields. Right? You can create custom fields on standard object. For example, account is already there. It may have fields, but it there is a new data. Okay, you can have it. But that first field will become a custom field. Right? You cannot delete standard fields. You can make limited changes in the standard fields. Right? You cannot change types. There are some limitations from the standard fields. You cannot delete standard objects. So whatever coming with Salesforce, there are some limitations. You cannot delete them. You can move it, keep it aside. If you want move, create, no problem. But you cannot delete them. Why you can delete them? Because then that will create a lot of issues. Because it's predefined. A lot of things are predefined. For example, that object can be required somewhere else. If you delete, the reference will be broken. Because of that, most of the standard features in Salesforce can be deleted. But you can sometimes make limited alterations. Okay. So that is first model in Salesforce. What is standard object? What is custom object? The standard fields, what are custom fields, which will explain in Salesforce. Okay. Then we see field types. We are here right discuss in the model area the data types. While you are creating a new fields, we have to select a field type. Based on the field type, we get the user interface. Okay. Then how you can create new data model? How you can create new object. I will talk about that today. You can create the object from object managers, with button clicks. Click button click, done. There is a more schema builder. One more ERP diagram, right? That's an ERP diagram. So that is the schema builder. You can create new objects from the schema builder as well. Then you can create different coding as well. Just for the time being, look at the coding. Coding. So this is the same for UI. I have already showcased the UI. So this is something old. Yes. Old software. We call it classic UI. It's classic. Not a classic interface. That is the latest interface. That is library interface. It's classic interface. You can do right? That is the latest model. The problem of Salesforce is you will be building the application in one place, right? But the application will automatically work for your laptops, PCs, tablets, mobile phones. You don't have to worry about building applications for different size of screens or different type of access. It's automatically handled by Salesforce. You don't worry about that. So then, it's about X programming. This is programming language. Object-oriented programming concepts. I don't know. I don't talk about population of programming, some encapsulations. Like I don't discuss about it, but I don't know explain it. We have data types. Data types, we have collections, we have the subjects, objects. In this 8 weeks, we will be discussing how much of it about coding. If you are interested in coding, let me know. I can guide you. I can give you but keep in mind, if you want to become a big, if you want to reach different Salesforce, you will not have coding, unfortunately. Especially in Sri Lanka. If you want to get job very quickly, if you want to become experienced in Salesforce, you have to learn coding, unfortunately. I சொல்றது நல்லா இருக்கும் கோடிங் இல்ல admin இல்ல but it's very hard to get admin jobs in Sri Lanka. It's not hard. I'm not saying it's untouchable. It's hard. That bugger Tashan always find a way to get admin job. I don't know. He previously also got admin job in South Africa. Then also he got a job in Canada. So it's Canada company, but they have official column. But they always find a way to get admin job. I don't know. He's lucky. I'm not sure whether everyone can be lucky that like that. But coding, high possibility. High probability now. In few months, you can get an opportunity. So it can fancy saying you can learn Salesforce, you can become இதெல்லாம் இருக்கும் நானும் சொல்லிட்டு போகலாம் பட் ஐ வில் பி ரியலிஸ்டிக் ஐ வில் பி அப்புறம் ஓப்பன் not to own coding for the future and we have provide built-in support for DML and SQL. One of the beauty in Salesforce Apex programming is you don't need to build the database connection. For example, build Java code or PHP, for example. Let's say using PHP as a backend coding, and I think use SQL as a database. You have to build the connection, open the connection, then you have to close the connection, blah blah blah. You don't like that. You can use the database as one of the instances of your Apex coding. You can define a object model. You can call it just language. In one line of code, you can manage the database. So it's already the connection between Apex and database is already there. And you have to build it externally or physically. So that's one of the easy programming way in Apex. And we have something with governor limits, we have something with triggers. Um, I don't know if I about him. The Apex session. Just to be clear, like we have 8 weeks session for basics, which is basic, like this session program. We had Apex programming boot camp, like 10 weeks. Even that is not enough for Apex. That's depth Apex is. There are a lot of terminologies, there are a lot of there are a lot of things to learn. So if I'm interested in learning Apex, let me know. I can provide you some learning materials. So then, after some technical things, okay, so this is ready. So what we are going to do is we are going to take a break. Now it's almost 4 o'clock, 5. Let's start back 4 sharp. Break. Take your snacks at the end. Fruits are here. If you want those online, please take a break and be back by 4:10. We will start again at 4:10. Thanks, guys. Okay, this is one of the. I will try to make really quick in this area. Just focus on the knowledge. Service community. As I mentioned earlier, Atal is part of our service community program. Service community is part of Salesforce. It's a virtual community of Salesforce. So there are 1,500 community leaders across the globe. As I mentioned, there are 1,200 plus community groups. You can go to traditionalcommunitygroups.com and you can find out what are the community groups available in which country, which cities, we can search them. You can see what are the meetings available happening nearby towns, or can join those meetings virtual or in person, so you can gain knowledge. I strongly recommend you guys to check out these things. Try to join as much as meetings possible to gain knowledge. So the main thing, the main concept in this community is like really learn, and have fun, and give back. So these are the ways you can learn, you can connect with more people, you can have fun, and you can give back. So what is Yarl's biosensor? So few details about themselves. So biosensor is basically Yarl Salesforce Ohana. So Ohana is a Hawaiian word, stands for family. So Ohana is one of the word heavily used in Salesforce. They Salesforce Ohana. Ohana means coming again, as I mentioned. So what is Yarl Salesforce Ohana again? Yarl Salesforce. So what we do basically, we do monthly meetups, it's a monthly meetups for use conduct weekly meetups nowadays. So every weekend we will have some sessions here. So we can join those meetups. We are trying to spread tell us about Salesforce in Sri Lanka. It's a region in Sri Lanka. And we are encouraging Salesforce practice. Um, giving them opportunity to get hands-on experience, and we are giving them certification support, and we are giving them certificate vouchers. So as I mentioned earlier, if you want to do a self certificate, you have to pay $200, which is very hard for somebody, for example, starting or being a student, it will be hard for you. But what we can do, sometimes we will get vouchers from Salesforce. We will give you vouchers. You can use that voucher and you can do the exam for free. So that's 65,000 rupees you can save, right? Likewise, if you be active in social media, there can be some competition maybe done by Trailget. There can be competition done by some community groups. There can be some quest will be conducted by Salesforce. So if you be active in social media, you will get to know about those competitions and you can participate in those competitions and you can get some Yes. For example, I know a lot of people here recently won the Asian Sports T-shirt, for example, right? There are people won $200 vouchers, for example. So these kind of things you can win by being active and actively participate in these community challenges. So again, the key is being active in social media and regularly check the LinkedIn. And also we are giving back to our community by doing some community activities, and we conduct journey to science program which is currently we are doing, and we conduct skill sessions and master sessions. So one of the key thing is you have to be very fluent in English. So as I mentioned earlier, the concept where you learn, but end of the day, most of the time you will be doing working with clients. Like sometimes when we talk about Salesforce, usually Salesforce will heavily used by Western clients, can be from Australia, UK, America, UK, Canada, Europe. So these are the area or region people are using, or companies are heavily using Salesforce. So most of the times we are getting opportunity from these markets as well. For example, I am working in my company. We are working for an Australian client. Previously, when I was in virtual we were working with clients in America, right? So when these kind of situations come, definitely you have to discuss or you have to collaborate with them in English. So building or like developing your English knowledge and English communication is very key, and also building your soft skills like working as a team, being very active, trying to be volunteering for different things, right? Building your leadership skills, these are very important. So here and there, we are conducting those soft skill sessions as well. And we conduct annual hackathon called Hackos. Many of you might have already participated in that. Yeah, you be building products or solutions using Salesforce, and we conduct an annual conference, Yarl Greening. As I mentioned, across the globe, there are a lot of greening conferences happening. Likewise, we conduct greening in Sri Lanka as well, Yarl Greening. We have conducted Yarl Greening 2025 during the September month. So some pictures. So monthly meetups, as I mentioned, we conduct sessions in universities, we conducted sessions in schools, for example, because learning Salesforce is very easy. So even school students can learn Salesforce, that's the magic of Salesforce. And Salesforce boot camps we have conducted in the past, certification boot camps we have conducted. We have built some solutions for some local NGOs to help them to use Salesforce, and we conduct cultural events and community services, and we conduct sometimes some special events. This one is from Asian Force community tour, and we conduct our annual year-end party, which is Thank You Ohana. This December also we will be having our year-end party. So yeah, we are come together, having fun, games, because we visit our last year, what are achievements, we discuss what do we need to improve in the new year, what are the new year plans. So these things we discuss, and I will like busy, fun, and everything as well. And this is the annual hackathon, hackers, which was 2022, but we had next year as well, 20,000 hackers and one session. Um, so we conduct music sessions as well. As I mentioned, it's only one of the demanding platform or demanding skill currently in Sri Lanka. So we conduct music sessions, help you guys to learn Microsoft. And we conducted AWS session as well once to help people to start their AWS career. And as I mentioned, we conducted certification session there very recently. And this is our this program where we have the successful completed the last picture. We have accomplished successfully completed the scope one last around August, I believe. And we had the awarding ceremony in the Yarl conference. And we have fun times as well. We play games, we have email cards, agenda, like everything in the community. Like once the session is done, if you would like to spend some time, you can have games. And anybody didn't participate in Jar Dream in 25? I will play the video again. So that's why. I know you might have already seen the video, but it's okay. We can watch the video again. But I will have our flagship contest, Jar Dream 25. I will report this because I need to stop sharing on this share because I think I didn't share the sound. Okay. I'll do this again. Okay, that was our dreaming with 350 plus participants this year and more than 35 speakers. That was a grand success. Yeah, thanks everyone who made it possible. Currently, we are releasing the official album. Two set of pictures are already shot. There will be three more sets, altogether almost 1,400 pictures. So if you would like to follow us, you can follow us in all our social medias. We are active in all social medias: Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. So you can follow us. And if you haven't joined our WhatsApp group, you can join our WhatsApp group to get um, instant updates, any informations or announcements regarding our new initiatives, any learnings. So you can join our WhatsApp group as well. So those haven't joined, scan this QR code, or you can. Oh, I don't see the URL. Yeah, scan the QR code, or you can talk to Takshi, Karmugi, or like Ragul. They will help you guys to get the QR code to join the WhatsApp group. Okay, so we did some technical discussions and everything, but how you can, how you can get started with Salesforce. So basically, this Journey to Salesforce program is part of our initiative where we help you guys to learn Salesforce. It's a 8 week curriculum that we have prepared. It's free, hands-on learning, and you will get career support as well. So basically, we will give you guys a place to register, and you will get the access to the learning paths, and you will start learning, and you will get tracks when you complete your learning, and when you complete the learning, and you will get some chance to win certificate vouchers, and also you will get some employer connections as well. And this is the plan. Like, orientation is the first, and then fundamentals, customization, automation, then LWC and Apex. So you have to spend around like 54 to 60 hours in 6 weeks, it says, but we are doing it in 8 weeks, to be honest. So, that's the plan to conduct this Journey to Salesforce program. The rewards will be specs, obviously. Those completing the expected learning modules, you will be getting specs from us, and there will be certificate vouchers for the top performers, and also there will be employer connections to this top performance as well. Sorry. And companies are hiring from us like co-careers, Yarl, Salesforce, Ohana. So there are some opportunities in our community itself. There are opportunities in Cloud Spectrum, a UK-based Salesforce consultancy company, and you can explore the freelancing opportunities there as well. And from an internship opportunities perspective, we have around like 25 plus slots available at the moment, but I'm not sure how many of you, how many will be available by end of the December. I'm not 100% sure of that, but we will try our best, to get the connection for you guys. Okay, if you are participating in Journey to Salesforce, for example, whoever here in this room or whoever here in this code, you are part of this Journey to Salesforce program, right? So there are some key rules, basically. So first things first, we expect 100% attendance. If there are any extreme circumstances that you cannot join the session, either in person or virtual, you have to inform the admin team in advance. So you will be added to a group soon today. So there will be admin people in that group. You have to inform them saying, okay, I will not be attending the session due to this reason. So we will mark you as a excused participant for that specific meetup. Unless, because these are very important to complete your course in order to get your specs, in order to get your course completion certificate, in order to be eligible for any internship opportunities or certification opportunities in certification vouchers. This is mandatory because you have to understand behind the scene how much of effort we are putting to creating these slides, preparing you the content, the management, right? Creating meetings, creating Zooms, then you managing them, like tracking your attendance, tracking your progress. There are a lot of overheads, right? And we are doing everything as a volunteer based activity. We are not charging any money from you guys. If everything is free. Even Salesforce is not paying for us. You have to understand that this is not a paid. Salesforce is not paying for us. As a community leaders, we are voluntarily doing this for free because we want you guys to be successful. So we expect you guys to learn and to be committed to this. That's the only thing we expect. We don't expect anything. So we want you guys to take it very serious and put your full effort in order to complete this 8 week or 9 week learning module. And we will closely monitor them. So at the end, there might be people who are getting something, who are not getting something. then you have to understand, okay, it's based on my attendance or based on my commitment. We will closely monitor it for sure. And also, in-person participation is must if you are from Jaffna, especially. So I'm not sure how many of you are from Jaffna. Those are, I have around like 19 participants. I think one is the host, other is the co-host. So we have 19 participants in Zoom right now. If anybody of you are from Jaffna, please join next session in person. If you are from Jaffna and still you are trying to join from Zoom, we will not accept it. We want you guys to come in person, because if you are joining in Zoom, it's very hard for us to track. We don't know whether you are learning. We don't know whether you are in front of your computer really learning, or you are just joining the session and you are sleeping. We don't know, right? So we want you guys to be here in person. So especially if you are from Jaffna, there will be no excuse. Now, when we come to the closing of the session, I will ask you guys, where are you from? So be ready to answer the question, especially those are from Zoom. So milestone tracks will be awarded in person only. So if you are joining virtually, just you are going to lose the swags, because we will not be able to send swags. We can't incur the cost, right? So the course completion tracks and certificates will be provided in person only, at least for the awarding ceremony. If you come in person, then you can get them. But especially the social media competition tracks, daily competition tracks is only for in-person people. So if you really want to win them, come in person. There is no second argument in that, because we would like to give that edge for those, spending time and taking an extra effort to participate in person. Then absentees are expected to inform the admin team, as I mentioned earlier. So that's another important thing. And all the key communication will be happening in Slack. So last Journey to Salesforce program, we kept WhatsApp as our official communication, but this time we are moving to Slack. Anybody already used Slack? Anybody already used Slack? Very good. So you are going to learn a new tool. Welcome to Slack. Slack is also a product of Salesforce. Again, Slack is also acquired by Salesforce. Salesforce didn't create Slack. It was acquired by $21 billion back in 2021 or 2022. I don't remember exactly. But that time it was the biggest tech acquisition, like $21 billion. So Salesforce acquired that. So we are going to use that for the official communication. I will come back to that later, how you are going to join them, blah, 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 and everything. And admin team's decision is final. We will make the final call in everything. You cannot argue. Yeah, you can talk to us, you can provide your justification, but our decision is final. We have the authority to make the final call. And if you leave the program in between without any communication with us, for example, there can be some scenarios where you can't continue your learning. We totally accept that. But if you leave the program without proper communication with us, we will blacklist you guys and we will make sure you are not joining our future programs. So, because again, we are very busy, we are working, we have a lot of works, we have a lot of commitments, we have our personal life as well. On top of that, we are doing this, right? So, you have to understand how much of time and effort we have to put into this. So, we would like you guys to at least, kind of give respect to that, and be honest with us, and take this very serious, and try to get the maximum benefit out of it. So for any reason, if you think that you cannot continue, that's totally fine. Things happen, right? Like everybody's life is not same. So we really agree with that. But our only point is, you have to keep that communication with us, and make sure you are informing us in case of those things. So there are a few people in Zoom who has already used Slack. That's good to know. Uh, so this is another key thing. For each session, there will be a meeting event created in Trailblazer community platform. So you have to register to the meeting. It's a must. So you are registering to this session is very important. So when we are, for example, after we create this Slack channel, we will inform you guys regarding next meeting. For example, if the meeting is on Saturday or Sunday, probably we will let you know by Wednesday at least, right? So you have to go to the link. You have to RSVP, means you have to do the registration. And when you do the registration, you will get this kind of a email. Like you will get this kind of a PDF. So please make sure when you are registering, you are getting that email confirmation. So please keep an eye on that. And this is one of the key component in your meetings. Okay, now Slack. So Slack, oh, again, as I mentioned, all the official announcement and updates will be done via Slack. Join our Slack workspace to start collaboration. Um, any of you here didn't complete the Google form that we have already posted in the social media? Anybody didn't complete the Google form? So there was a Google form, right? You remember? Okay. Anybody online didn't complete the Google form? Okay, I will show the Google form, for example. So currently the Google form is closed already. As I mentioned yesterday, it was it was open until yesterday 7 p.m. So this was the Google form. So anybody didn't complete this? My God, how come? Dun 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 dun. What to do? Okay, you know what? I'm going to open this Google form again. Okay. Um, I will share the QR code again in the screen. Um, so let's get it done because I'm going to send the Slack invitation to the registered people only. So if you're not part of the Google form response, then you will not get it, unfortunately. What do we do? Or shall we put the QR code for the Slack rather than getting, because we need your information anyway. So let's do the registration anyway. Give me like 2 minutes. We'll get the. If you haven't completed this, scan this QR code, or you can go to the URL. You will get the form access. I am pasting the same in the Zoom chat as well. So please take couple of minutes now itself and complete it. Okay. So because I'm going to send the whatever the registered email as part of this response, we will be sending the Slack invitation to that email address only. That Slack communication workspace will be used for the or the official communication. I hope it will go to the correct. Is it working nice? Working nice. Ah, okay, it's working. See. So just put your full name, occupation, institute. If you are university student, with here your contact number, current residential district, how you can join the session in person or virtual. Do you have prior knowledge in Salesforce? Have you participated in our previous programs? How did you hear about the community? What are your expectations from the program? Just submit it. Just take a couple of minutes. If you have already filled the form, please ignore. You will not just fill it again. Okay. If you have already filled the form, just all good. You need not to do anything. Um, because we already have your information. It's totally fine. Okay. Okay, I'm going to close this. Hope all of you have already scanned it. Okay, right. I hope you are good. So those who doesn't know, this is this like UI. So you can use it in your browser, or you can use it in your mobile app as well. There is a mobile app version of Slack which you can download. So you can use your email address, just simply sign up. It's free. There is a free version available with some limitations, which we are going to use. So basically in Slack, Um, these are called channels. Channels means different topics to discuss. Okay, so you can DM people, direct message, who they are already in the workspace, and also these are the channels that we are going to use. So this announcement channel will be used by us to give you any announcements. So in this channel, only we can send you messages. So it's similar to WhatsApp again, right? There is some groups only admin can send message, right? Here we are in one group. We are having different channels. In one channel, it's going to be announcement where only we can send messages to you. So any updates, any announcement, any information, we will be putting here, right? And there is another channel called help. Here, what you can do is you can ask questions. For example, you are doing one module and you are unable to complete it, some hands-on challenge. So you can ask questions here. You can collaborate with others. You can ask questions. So this is kind of a collaboration space. It's common for everyone. Okay. So these are the two channels you will get access to in this workspace. So if you see the workspace, J2 is cohort 2 by YSFO, that is the workspace name. So there can be multiple workspace in your account. Okay. Now what are we going to do is I'm going to give you a QR code. Okay. For those in Zoom, this is the invite link. Take this invite link. You can create your account. We are very sorry, but your browser is not supported. Okay. Just take this link. You will go to the new tab in order to so this kind of thing you will get. Okay, I'm just closing it. For those here, scan this QR code. So this is the QR code. Scan it. If you want URL, let me know. I can create a tiny URL for you guys. But you need URL. Okay. Just give me like 2 minutes. Once the scanning is done, I will give you a tiny URL. I can do here, right? Sorry. Go ahead. So tiny URL. Why the internet is slow? Okay. So I am getting new in Slack. Try to join the announcement and help channel. If you see the side panel, you will get a option called channels, and you can click the join channel. So you can join those channel. Help and announcement you can join. So make sure you are joining those two channels. If you are facing any issues, let me know. Because I'm seeing you, most of you are joining the Slack, but I don't see you guys are joining the channels. Okay, those would like to have the URL. Here it is. So use this URL tinyurl.com/ysfo hyphen j2s hyphen slack. So if you type this URL also, you will get to the Slack invite and you will be able to join the workspace. You guys see any issues joining? Okay, 15 people join the workspace. Nice. Announcement, I don't see. Don't you guys see announcements as a channel? You see, right? I don't see anybody joining the announcement channel.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Yeah, may I know how to join that announcement channel? If I click announcement tab, then I couldn't able to see any join option or something.
Okay, let me check the configuration once.
Okay, okay.
It's already shows 25 channel people. I think, okay, you need not to explicitly join the announcement channel because when you join the Slack workspace, you automatically join the announcement channel. That's the default channel. So you need not to explicitly join the announcement channel. Apologies for the confusions. Okay, I'm just sending a message. Just make sure you are getting that. I just put a hi in the announcement channel.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay.
Cool, cool.
Thank
Just
you.
we are getting that. I see 28 people are already there in the announcement channel. So I hope you guys are getting that message. And if you want, you can try to send a message in help to see you have the access. Probably not all. You can use the reactions the same way you are using reactions in WhatsApp. We have you can send files. You can send replies likewise. So you can. Sorry. Okay, we have 30 people in help. We have 30 people in announcement. But we have more than 20. We have more people. Seems many of you haven't joined the Slack channel. Please join ASAP. Okay. If you're facing any issues, let me know. Slack is also another job opportunity, guys. There are Slack developer, Slack administrator opportunities available. Not that much in Sri Lanka yet, but there is a possibility in future. But for Slack also there is a community available called Slack community. If you are interested, you can join those communities and you can learn Slack. You can create workflows. You can do automations. It is also a product by Salesforce, so that is also another job opportunity from Salesforce perspective. Those main Wi-Fi's, Cloud is our Wi-Fi. Cloudy at YSFR25 is the password. So you can use the Wi-Fi. But again, keep in mind, it's only for laptops, not for mobile phones. Don't try to join your mobile phones in this network. You can ask, but what will happen if I join? I will find out who is the person and I will do the needful. Needful is subject to change. That's my mobile phone. Okay, so I think now you guys join this Slack. I see 33 people still, but if you face any issues, let me know. So send the email official invite maybe later. Okay, just for the sake of time, let me continue. So from the initial experience, um, we wanted you guys to build your first step. So those who already participated or joined the session last week, it might be a little bit tricky because you will have to meet others. This will be your hands-on session. But before that, you have to do one more thing because you have to do one more registration. Okay. These things I will again send in the Slack channel in the announcement, but you have to do it from your end as well. So what you can do is you can go to Google and search for journey to Salesforce. Okay. When you do the search, you will get this one. Begin your journey to Salesforce as the first results. Just open it. So this is the official journey to Salesforce page. As you see, this is from Salesforce. So currently this is available in 3 countries. Officially available in 3 countries: India, USA, and Canada. We are started to implement with the help of Salesforce, but it's not officially included yet in Sri Lanka. As you can see, this is available in India at the moment. But what you can do is you can register for this, no problem at all. Hit the start your journey. So it says sign up for the Trailblazer account, confirm your program registration, begin your journey. So to this journey to Salesforce official URL, again I'm happy to share it in the Zoom chat. So join the Zoom meeting and start your journey with the button get started. There is a possibility it might get the information from my official. Yeah, it's getting my details from my. It's getting the data from your Trailblazer profile basically. So if you want to create a new Trailblazer profile, it will get the information from there. The problem is you have to select India as your country or region. You cannot select Sri Lanka because if you select Sri Lanka, it will say it's not available in your country. So please select India as your country or region. For state or province, select whatever you want. Like select Tamil Nadu, you know, sorry, I would say Tamil Nadu. Email address, put your email address. This is the key, guys. This is the key. As if anyone has referred you, please share your email ID below. Here you have to put our official email address. So please put info@yarlsfo.org. So this email referral will make you guys as part of our Journey to Salesforce program to Salesforce. So this is really important that you are putting our official email address in this preferential email ID field. So please put it there. So when Salesforce do reporting from their end, they will get your numbers, your details, means like in Cohort 2, how many students have participated. So sorry, that details they will get. So of the information, your personal information, country or region, please select India, unfortunately for the time being. state points, click whatever your preferred state. But referral email ID, please register. Please put our official email address as the referral email ID. And send the email ID in the Zoom chat as well. Then I agree to join to Salesforce program, like just accept the terms and condition, make sure you are not a robot, right? And complete the registration. That's it. Anybody facing any issues in the registration, let me know. But it shouldn't be, there shouldn't be any issues. So this is very important, guys, because this is only will enable you to get your strikes. So please keep that in mind. Okay, so company name, don't give Salesforce as the company name. You can give your university name or you can just put YSFO. Just put your Salesforce as company name. I'm not sure. I don't see what was your company name. TET96. Please update your company name. I think there is a possibility you may have put Salesforce as the company, but that says Salesforce employees are not eligible to join the Salesforce program. And also in Zoom meeting, from next meeting onwards, you will get a student number. So you will work on your attendance today, you will filter who are joining today, you will get a student number. So it's a mandatory requirement that you read yourself in your Zoom meetings with the student number and your names. Then only we can identify who has joined us. We can't identify who is Zoom user, who is Astro and everything. So today is fine after session, but from tomorrow, from next session onwards, these are very mandatory. You have to email with student number and your name. And again, attendance is must. And also, uh, just remember in Zoom, you will get the code as well. So just do you have to be staying on the call. Let's say the call open for like 3 hours. You will get the reports. How many minutes a specific participant was in the call. So let's say the call went for 180 minutes and you were there only for like 15 minutes. That is absent, unfortunately. So these kind of things keep in mind. We are very strict in these areas. Okay. Okay. If you have completed this registration, uh, what is this? The stop is joining is fine. Okay. So now another thing. So when we start joining to Salesforce program, as I mentioned, these content are provided by Salesforce, right? So most of the sorry, most of the times we are going to with the content provided by Salesforce. So if you again search for journey to Salesforce, then you will get your journey to Salesforce trial mix. So there is a specific trial mix provided by Salesforce specifically for this journey to Salesforce program. See, journey to Salesforce by Salesforce developer. So it's officially created by Salesforce. So this is the trial mix that we are going to follow in the content in this program series. So I will share this again in the chat. In the Zoom chat, I will share, and also I will put it in the announcement chat as well in this Slack. So I will put it in the Slack as well. Where is Slack? Announcements. Okay, I can put it in the announcement chat in this Slack. So welcome to Journey to Salesforce. So introduction to Journey to Salesforce, a video. You can mark it as complete. Communication channels. You can ignore this. This is for, I think this is for Telegram channel for India. So you can skip that. But if you are interested, join. I don't care. But our official channel is like, okay. And register for again, this you can ignore. You know, part B, start your learning. So this is your learning starting here. So trial 0 is your first trial that you have to complete. So if you go to, because when we say trial mix, that is combination of multiple modules. So one trial mix will have maybe like 5 modules, 10 modules, some projects here and there, likewise. You can customize it. So this is customized by Salesforce, as you can see. So here you have like some links, introduction to cloud computing and Salesforce development, software development life cycle, some basic understanding, right, regarding software development and stuff. Then we have some, what do you call, some modules. So project management manual. So you have to complete this. Okay. So you need 2.5 hours to complete. So we expect you all to complete this trial 0 when you come to the next session. Okay. So this trial 0 you have to complete. Again, I will put it in the official announcement channel. Okay. So that is your first trial mix. Then we have trial mix 1, which is fundamentals of Salesforce. So this is the fundamental session. So here, if you see, we have trial head, program management, up to Salesforce, Salesforce Customer 360, right? Salesforce Basics, Salesforce CRM, Accounts and Contact, Salesforce Platform Basic, Data Modeling, Data Management. Okay. So we have some content. So half of the content we have covered today. right? So those are interested, please start the trial mix one as well. Okay. So please try to complete as much as possible. The data management, data modeling, and this build the agent force key compound. So these are very easy. Everything is very easy. As you can see, like 500 means maybe like 1 hour, 1.5 hour max. The key is consistency, guys. You will have 1 week to learn. Please allocate maybe 1 or 2 hours per day to learn. This next 1.5 month or 2 months, you have to be very disciplined and you have to learn on daily basis. Okay. As I mentioned, we are very strict. So we will share you guys the progress tracker. So this progress tracker, we will finalize the participant names today. We will add your student ID. We will put your full name and everything. And you have to like update your condition details in this Excel sheet. Again, I will share the Excel sheet probably today or tomorrow maybe once we have completed. And don't have to update your Trailblazer ID here. Trailblazer ID is very simple. If you go to your profile, this icon, if you go to file, okay, there's one thing, make sure your profile is publicly visible. Don't put it in hidden status. Then you need to see your profile. And if you, this is your Trailblazer ID, salesforce.com/Trailblazer, then something. You can edit this. There can be some random letters maybe. If you want to put your name, you can edit this. If you click this edit button, I think you can see, you can update it. Okay, you can update it. And also, you can update your Facebook, LinkedIn, XD, like everything you can update there. So that will be your Trailblazer ID basically. Your public is profile is public. See, so make sure your profile is public. So when we check your profile, we can see your progress. That's why. So you can simply copy it and you can update it in the Trailblazer ID field in front of your name. So next Saturday, make sure you are filling this and you are updating your Talmix profile because you have start in progress or completed or not yet started. So we will add all those details and you have Talmix links here. So you have to complete this much of Talmix in order to complete. So once this is done, almost you will have around like 80, 90 modules almost completed. It's going to be intense learning, guys, but it will pay you off. In parallel, we have a plan to start Agent Force Specialist Certification Guidance. As I mentioned, certificate you have to pay $200, right? But currently, in order to promote AI, Salesforce is offering Agent Force Specialist exam for free. Until 31st of December, you can do the Agent Force Specialist exam with zero cost. Right? So, if you are interested, if you would like to take the exam, let us know. We have materials to practice. There are some platforms available like Focus on Force, where we have practice exams to practice. So, that will give you that access. You can start preparing. If you go to Salesforce again, uh, where is that? Okay. If you go to Trailhead again, in the learn, there is something called become an agent user. If you click the become an agent user, so there is a agent user rank. Like we have a rank for Trailhead, we have Inaguration rank. So we have champion rank, we have innovator rank, we have legend rank. So as you can see, I have completed these two to get that. Because here there is you have to pass the exam. So passing the exam is a mandatory for that. So what you can do is you can click the view button. Again, there will be a trial mix where you can complete the trial mix. Again, lot of learning, lot of reading. But as you can see, these are very important area for AI, like artificial intelligence fundamentals, generative AI basic, natural language processing, large language models, LLMs. So these are the very basics of AI. So we are planning to start a program, a challenge kind of, and completing this champion, innovator, legend status. You will get some special bonuses. We will, this is still in discussion phase. We will finalize this, to be honest. But we will be launching this within 1 month. Means 1 month will be the challenge period, and we are to the prices during our evening parties. So this is the time when we are planning. Probably by next meeting, our second session of the to Salesforce program, we will give you more information regarding that specific competition. Okay. It's a lot of learning, intense learning to be honest. To focus on the to Salesforce program, you have to focus on agent for specialist. Um, but it will benefit you guys. Just that I can uh, confirm you. Monitor your progress. Over progressing will give you some additional training from agent first perspective. We are discussing with one of the entity from India for some additional agent force training. So who are actively working and progressing in the agent force area, they will get some additional agent force training, and they have an opportunity to work in agent force projects as well. Again, paid internship opportunity. So all the internship I have mentioned are paid internship. They are not paid internship, just for your information. So after internship, we are discussing about everything is paid for free. So you will get paid for internships. And again, please keep in mind that priority will be given to those who are coming in person. I know this is sometimes people might feel not fair for those joining virtually, but you know there can be exceptions in it. For example, this person from Colombia joining, there can be exceptions in it because somebody cannot come to Jaffna every weekend to this for a session. That's not fair. So those exceptions will be there. But if you are around Jaffna, if you are nearby like Kochi or something, we really want you guys to go for that extra mile uh, to visit in person, because there will be sessions, three sessions. For example, today is a half day session, right? That will be like probably second third session, like because we have to discuss a lot. Because we will try to give you as much as explanation to you to make sure you are understanding things. Okay. So please make this, consider this serious. Today's session is kind of flexible sessions. For example, if any of your friends didn't join today's session, they can still join the second session. So today's session we will kind of keep the attendance flexible. So if you think any of your friends would like to join, let them know they can join from the second session. But from second session, the attendance will be mandatory. No excuse. Okay. And anybody who has already registered and didn't participate, try to join the next session. Just to you've seen right how many responses were there in the sheet. We got almost 130 plus responses to the census program. You know, then how many countries we got the responses? Even I don't expect. We got responses from more than 15 plus countries. There were responses to join our Global Resources program from India, Nigeria, South Africa, Belgium, Egypt, Ethiopia, Spain, Poland, Canada. Um, Likewise, almost like 12 to 15 countries, you know, people have submitted the forms to join. But we have really shortlisted the Sri Lankan people and we have sent out the meeting invites. But you have to understand how the job demand is for Salesforce, how eager the people are from other countries are about Salesforce, how they are passionate about Salesforce, passionate about Salesforce. So please use these opportunities again. After we are doing this for free, you have to understand that first. If you think that I'm going to win money from this, sorry, we're doing this for 6 years for free. Only our vision to make this region, this country as a hub of Salesforce. We would like to create as much as Salesforce opportunity. Um, See, let's say we have 40 people here. If all of these 40 people join Salesforce as a developer, do you think that's going to impact me? Will I lose anything? எனக்கு அது நெகட்டிவா இருக்குமா? இல்ல, right? That will not impact me right, in any way. The only thing we want is like everybody succeeding. நீங்க எல்லாரும் நல்லா இருந்தா உங்களுக்கு சந்தோஷம். So, அந்த ஒரே ரீசனுக்காக தான் நம்ம அவ்வளவு கஷ்டப்படுறோம். So, you have to understand இதுக்கு பின்னால அவ்வளவு ஹார்ட் ஒர்க் இருக்கு, அவ்வளவு ப்ரிப்பரேஷன்ஸ் இருக்கு. It's not easy. Now, like, there are days we are awake until midnight or like midnight, right? Especially, yeah, during Ramadan, like, there are days we didn't have sleep. So, அவ்வளவு ஹார்ட் ஒர்க் அதுக்கு பின்னால இருக்கு. எல்லாத்துக்கும் ஒரே ரீசன் வந்து like we are trying to build a Salesforce talent pool in this region. That's the really a vision of us. Non personal, I will some because we are spending a lot. How many network we are trying to build? How many people from different countries we are talking with in order to get opportunities to you guys? You know these things. Since how much we are struggling. Even a couple of weeks back, I was in Dreamhouse. I went to San Francisco. The only reason I'm going to San Francisco is to see how we can get opportunities our people from here. So there are some positive feedback, there are some positive responses came. We are working on that. So which are the opportunities, potential you will be getting. So if this conversation, if this conversation goes well, definitely you guys will be getting a lot of opportunities and they are very how to say fruitful opportunities. Not random opportunities that you usually get in Jaffna. Those are very fruitful and very good opportunities. I can't do a lot, unfortunately, because of various reasons. But just just believe us that we are putting a lot of hard work behind this, and we are trying hard to give you career path and career opportunities. Okay. Okay, that's it from today. We will probably inform by tomorrow what is the timing of the next session. Next session definitely will be next Saturday, and the 8th of November. We'll let you know whether it's a half day session or full day session. Okay. If it's a full day session, there will be a 1 hour lunch break. With 1 hour lunch break, we will be having this session if it's a full day session. Okay. Okay, guys, thanks for joining. We are closing this here for the people who are from online. Who are the quiz as always. So see you all in the next session. If you have any questions, feel free to put those questions in the Slack channel. or you can reach out to the admin team. Thanks, everyone.